up for another edition now. Neil Davis joining the Money Shot. It's finally looking like it's springtime, Neil. I'm here in the Hawke's Bay as we speak. The sun is shining, and it's nice to have some heat in that sun at long last.
Yeah, too right. It's just, actually during the week in Tauranga, it was nice and warm, wasn't it? Just that warmth does feel great, and even with the warmth on the backs of the horses, they're going to feel a lot better and more positive. And especially when they get onto that track, it's going to be a dead forward, a good three by the sounds of it. And horses can stretch out with confidence, can't they? So we're going to see the top riders, top horses, all competing against each other tomorrow. So the forecast looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think we'll get through the day okay. The rain might hit sort of Saturday night, but
that's okay.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get through without any rain. Last week, hardly a great week of New Zealand thoroughbred racing on the Saturday, but there was two meetings, Ellerslie and Taranaki. Taranaki, there was a good crowd on course, I have to say. I don't know about Ellerslie, but I believe it was the lowest turnover in 2 years for a New Zealand Saturday. Is that right, Neil?
That's right, yeah. John Allen was on TV yesterday and said that was the case, and I can understand why. 6 races Ellerslie on a deep heavy track, and Taranaki wasn't actually bad racing there actually in the end. So, but yeah, just one of those weekends and onwards and upwards on to probably the highest, one of the highest turnover meetings of the whole year at Hastings tomorrow. So, yeah, but
well, you can guarantee there'll be some good tote pulls. The New Zealand Punter of the Year is looking like 150 teams, including one from the Form Pro stable. So that's 150 times 150. So there's 22,500 minimum being invested in the variety of pools just in one room alone. So there should be some pretty good pools tomorrow.
Shivaji is going to need a decent sort of end of day total to win it by the sounds of 150 teams. Is that a record?
I'd say it's the highest in the last 10 or so years, but I think back in the halcyon days, I think that and also when they took off-course entries, I've had 200, but 150 would be close to the most for just on-course only. So yeah, good turnout of punters.
Yeah, no, looking forward to that. One thing you forgot to mention was the chocolate fish, which you just won last week. I thought I had you 600 metres out with the Zeddy Doo Die Deco, but your young fella out-toughed
Alfie D out-toughed him for third and fourth, but no, I told you to get off Zeddy. No one listened though, because I see it was backed right in.
It was too.
But that's the way it goes. But what about the NRL final? Did you enjoy that game, Neil? The Storm at their absolute clinical best, dismantling the Cowboys. Almost, it was just never in doubt if you had your money on the Storm.
That's right, yeah, the punters who had the Storm finishing in multis must have been wrapped at half time, but yeah, it was clinical stuff, all right, and top team, and just too good, and looking forward to the Test series coming up too amongst the 3 or 4 countries. Looking forward to that. But All Blacks won well against Argentina.
Yeah, good first half, and then sort of got a bit scrappy in the second half, but they did enough to cover the start, thanks to a last-minute try from Mr. Havili, so that kept the punters happy.
Yep.
And they've got a game this weekend, which we'll touch on in part 3.
Good. Okay, I'm looking forward to the next part. We're going to get our teeth sunk into race 8 and race 9 at Hastings tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, we've been waiting a long time for it, but it looks like we're going to have a good 3 track tomorrow. Decent surface, top horses, top riders, big stake money. And we've got the big race coming up, the Livermore, 2,040 metres. And it's all going to come down to probably which horse is going to get the best run. Money Shot? What's your feeling?
Well, possibly. You think Ginger Nuts, as long as he doesn't have a horrific run, you'd think it's definitely the horse to beat. $2 for mine is too short. But the draw probably not as big a factor as maybe people are expecting, because he's not really an on-pace horse anyway, so it's easy to, from a wide draw, sometimes to snag back quickly and then like he's come up a treat this season. His runs so far suggest that. Getting up to the distance that he likes and weight for age winner already. I think he's the one to beat.
Yeah, hard to disagree. I think Ginger Nuts, sure he can win, but at $2 in a 16-horse field, where he's going to have to snag back, or if he does jump well, he's in danger of getting caught wide. Now, it's not a long run to that first bend, so I just couldn't take $2 unless he drifted, say, $2.50, $3. But yeah, I agree. Volkswagen and Barrel, you know he's a good horse, and Vinnie Colgan said when he got off last time, just give us a good, decent track, firm surface, and 2,040 metres. It's going to be ideal for him. Third up, proven, top right at Vinnie Colgan, and I think $6 is really good value. So yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah.
What about something that could perhaps run a place at big odds?
Well, Authentic Paddy ran third to him, Volkswagen Barrel, at Te Rapa in that Group 1, only half a length away on a good surface. So he's probably one you can chuck in. But what do you think? Anything you like for a roughie?
Yeah, that, or maybe Sophia Rosa. She might be the forgotten horse. Certainly a class performer, but you get the feeling there'll be a horse that will lob up a place at $6 or $7 plus, just that kind of race.
Yeah.
But no, we'll look forward to that. And then straight after, we've got the Group 3 Red Badge Sprint, and Frank Galetta's come up the favourite after a fair run at Awapuni at her last start. But I think you and I again are on the same page in this race, Neil, with Miss Wilson.
Definitely, I think Frank Galetta, she was always liable at Awapuni on that heavy track. Third up, she is going to be hard to beat, but when she was up against Miss Wilson here, fresh up, there was 5 kgs, wasn't there, a difference between the two in weights, and Miss Wilson just went down to her on a slow track. So you think with a firm track, Miss Wilson, we all know what she's capable of. Seen her at Trentham, and John Barry will have her primed for this race. $6, $2.20 a place. Gee, it has to be good money. I agree.
Yeah, well, she's a proven performer. I think 1400's her distance.
Yeah.
There's a fair bit of speed there. The likes of Amarula, Ronki, Shadow Fox, Morse Code, maybe Lucy and Rio generally go forward. She could just sit off those and be hard to beat. So I thought, Miss Wilson at $6 better value than Frank Galetta at $3.50. They looked at Quinella though for mine.
Yeah.
But no, good field. There'll be some good prices about good horses there. Nashville, Watch the Space, Mighty Solomon running on strongly last time. So
yeah,
another good race.
Yeah, Mighty Solomon, they were, I think, the fastest sectionals all day off a moderate tempo, granted, but third up off a decent tempo, which you'd expect from that field. At $7.50 is probably a bit short. If you got out to say $8 or $9, you could be backable. But no, Miss Wilson, a few punters, comp guys going for her, I suppose, in that race. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of price she ends up at. That's race 9, isn't it? So it's all going to be interesting by this stage of the day.
Hopefully you're still kicking by then, Neil.
Yeah, and hopefully we've got about $20,000 or $30,000 on her nose for this stage. You never know. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Good races early in the day. Can't reveal too much with it going in the punting comp. But anything else you'd want to mention on the day?
No, not really. We'll keep our powder dry.
Yeah.
There's some good fields. If you go back and look at the history of this day, you'd be surprised at how many winners pay double digits. So what often looks like favourites winning doesn't often end up being the case on this day. So just be aware of that and don't expect every favourite to be winning, that's for sure.
We look at, was it Starcraft, $1.90, $1.70 favourite or something? And he got rolled by Myers' horse. Was it Bell Muse?
Bell Muse, yeah.
That must have been good.
I mean, in the big race, you only have to look Costume, Ransomed, Von Romney.
Yeah.
There's 3 that have paid in excess of $30 they've won it recently. So, I'm not saying the big race will go to a roughie, but definitely some of the undercard, you'll get $10, $15, $20 winners, you'd think.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to reviewing that meeting as well. Decent track, good times, good sectionals, top horses. Can't wait. Anyway, back with part 3 in a moment with your preview of some couple of good sports. Okay, back with part 3, the sports preview. And last week, Money Shot, you were absolutely confident the Melbourne Storm would cover that point start, and it was never in doubt, really, was it, after 15, 20 minutes, probably. But, yeah, and there's a couple of games on Saturday. I know you're quite keen about the point start. Can you expand on those, please?
Well, Sunday, really. The rugby, Argentina hosting Australia at Mendoza.
Yeah.
I just think Argentina haven't won a game yet in the Rugby Championship. Australia came close to beating the All Blacks, had 2 draws against South Africa. They are by far the better team, and they were only asked to cover 6.5 points. And I think Argentina, their heads will drop. I don't think they've got a lot to play for, and I just think Australia will cover 6.5 against Argentina at $1.87.
Okay, option 2403, number 2. Minus 6.5, $1.87. Yep.
And the All Black game, which is in the middle of the night, 4 o'clock kickoffs. Again, you'd think just the way they're playing and the dry conditions at Cape Town, they should cover the 15.5 point start. I think it is that the TAB are offering on that one. That looks like a fairly good bet as well. And if you're wanting a roughie in the ITM Cup, sorry, the Mitre 10 Cup, I've got to learn the new sponsor, the Mitre 10 Cup, Southland are getting a 29.5 point start against Wellington. Now, the Wellington side that's been named is certainly nowhere near their best side, so I think they might be going a bit easy on this game, just giving a few players a bit of a break. So I thought Southland could stay within 30 points of Wellington on Saturday night as well, so that's another one you might want to consider if you're having a few multis on the weekend.
It makes sense. If you know the strength of those teams, I suppose it does help with that point start if you know they're weaker than normal or whatever. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so back with part 4 in a moment with our book bats and bouquets and our punters comp.
Part 4 now, listeners. Time for our brickbats, bouquets, multi-comp question, and any other bits and pieces we might have. Neil, I think you've got a brickbat to kick off with, the TAB website.
Yeah, changed it this week. We've got a big green space above the horses, and you've got to keep on scrolling up and down in big fields to get the race numbers, etc. And that big green space, maybe it's reserved for something later on, I don't know, but it just seems strange to have all that wasted room there when they could have put the betting options up there somewhere. But anyway, I suppose they're trying to improve things, which is good, but doesn't seem much of an improvement to me. And the bouquet, I'm going to give to John Allen for coming on Trackside yesterday and talking about betting and tracks and everything. So just good to have that communication and setting out his benchmarks to how the progress of the industry is going. So it's just good to have that communication. Even though people may not disagree with what they're doing, maybe, with everything they're doing, at least they're communicating. So it's good to see. Anything you want to mention?
Just while we're on the trackside theme, I caught a bit of the box seat on Wednesday night, and the new format with the roving camera and just the 2 presenters I thought worked quite well actually. So kudos to the new format of the box seat.
Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, I saw that too. And that interview with
Edward Rennell?
No, it's Patrick Hogan. So Patrick Hogan. That was interesting.
Yeah. Kiwi breed.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see what his plans are. So all good things come to an end. He's had such a big influence on the New Zealand thoroughbred in the last 20, 30 years. Just amazing that it's coming to an end. But hopefully someone buys it and carries on the tradition of having great horses go through Cambridge Stud. Okay, last week we had Don L, who won the punters comp, and with the correct answer of the correct breed of dog in the dog race there, which was the Jack Russell. And you can report back.
It was an exciting race, Neil. It was a three-way photo finish, but I think the Red Rug number 1 got the chocolates. Didn't exactly run straight all the way up the straight, but fell in to win over a couple other Jack Russells. So Don didn't quite get the chocolates, so in his multi-bet
No, you had Happy Clapper and Staccato at Ellerslie on the very heavy track was gone, the turn. But anyway, he'll be back. So what's this week's one?
We'll make it a pretty easy one this week. We've touched on a few of the outsiders who have won the Livermore over recent years, including last year. Certainly Willie Casals wasn't well favoured, but he just downed a horse last year who's gone on to much bigger and better things in Australia recently. So we just want to know the name of the horse that ran second in last year's Livermore Classic that is now doing very good things in Australia. Shouldn't be too hard. So get your entries into Neil either by text or email, and you could be this week's multi-comp winner.
Yeah, text me on 027 352 6402 or formpro@formpro.co.nz by 9pm tonight, because I'm having an early sleep tonight, and I'll draw out the lucky winner, or my wife will, and see how we go tomorrow. Right, got the Form Pro ratings free on Monday, and the sectionals from there as well. And don't forget, we've got our Form Pro Syndicate and the Punters Challenge tomorrow. Looking forward to that.
Now, what you got to do, Neil, you know, to win these comps, unless you get extremely lucky with a sort of a fluky sort of trifecta off a small spend, you got to be willing to risk the lot to win the lot. Are you gonna be prepared to do that?
Oh yeah, I've got a couple sorted out. So we'll just, with 150 entries, you're going to need at least probably $15,000-$20,000. So you're going to need a lot of luck and a couple of 2 or 3 good bets somewhere along the line. What's your advice to some entrants that haven't got on these before? What's that?
Identify the horses you like, and hopefully they're in the early races, and that can build you a bank. Go hard on the ones you like, I guess.
Yeah.
Navigate your way through the races you don't like by just spending your 150 to get a small sort of collect, but on the ones you do like, don't be afraid to put 6,000 to 8,000 to win on something.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're really going to win, generally speaking, unless you can find, I think last year's winners, they had $40 worth of $150 Quinella that got them going, but you need to get a bank up and running sort of to be able to attack the later races. So that's my advice.
Yep, no, good advice. And I'll be a late starter tomorrow morning. I've got a little walking event I'm going in tomorrow morning, and be back on deck by 11 o'clock. So looking forward to that, and a great day of racing. Anything else you want to add before we sign off?
No, not that I can think of. Just I can see it's interesting actually. There's the number of people here at the racecourse at the moment setting things up, whether it be the fashion competition, the Punter of the Year competition, all the TVs, all the logistics. You turn up to a race day and it's all there and ready to go, and you don't really think too much of all the work that's gone in with the marquees, the catering. It is a huge exercise, and I guess all racing clubs who host big days know what it's like. But just, I guess when you come along to a race day and maybe something isn't quite right, just remember it's not always as easy as it might seem in getting everything up and running on a race day. So it's a hive of activity. I'll give you the tip here at the moment, Neil. Yeah,
that's great. The times I've been there, I'm amazed at how much is going on there, and so many people doing things. And with that fine weather forecast, it's going to be a terrific day. So hopefully you enjoy a day there tomorrow, Money Shot, and our representative Don is going to be there for our syndicate in the Punters Comp, and good luck to him. Hope he does everything right for us, backs all those winners for us that I've texted through to him. So it's going to be a good day. So good luck everybody, good punting, and have a great weekend.